Funny thing about time and life and this old earth, left untended, it'll go right back to what it was. That's an old pea patch I'm looking at. Trees are 2 or 3 times as high as I am, but I remember a day and coming right past when there wasn't a fence here and hitting that pea patch about daylight. Of course, not this time of year, it was just breaking ground, but you wouldn't have found a bit of vegetation on that piece of ground 20, 30 years ago. I was pulling a root up and something struck me. These old roots that run and run and run, and I've experienced that same thing this week in roots. Some are good and some are bad. You know, when you try to change and do things a little better and improve yourself, you think you pull that root and you've got it out of your life and it's gone, and you get tugging on it like, whoa, it's still a little deeper. It happened on Facebook when I realized it, actually. And I used to be a hothead. I guess I could have that tendency now. So I'm preaching to the choir, not preaching to anyone. But had a gentleman that I do not know came in and made a comment on a post. And I've been around the block enough to know it was kind of a bait, you know, to get into an argument. And I don't guess I had the root completely pulled out of not doing that anymore, because it struck me. And I started to revert to those old ways of arguing, and I stopped myself. I'm like, well, can't do that anymore. It's just not worth it. Yeah, that's the thing about it. We all have our own opinions. So often we argue on Facebook, and I'm sure you have your point, and I have mine, and everybody's right in their own mind. But got a lot in common, and all we do is sometimes argue, and then we walk away and have a misperception of that person. I don't think that's the right way to do it. I think if you had a conversation with them face to face, you might realize that you can still disagree and still be best friends. And I may like cheese on my burger and you may not, right? Spend all that time arguing, don't ever find that out. But anyway, that's free. I'm rambling. But just a lesson learned. Decided to bow out gracefully because it's just not worth it. And that man that I do not know, I guarantee if we was in a situation where our lives depended on one another, we wouldn't care a thing about what we was talking about, because that's not really what's important. Being real and being good, and just being decent humans, that's what it's about, I think. So I'm not going to get into all that riffraff on Facebook and do all that mess. It's silly. I get out here, if I get upset, I'll just come yell at the chickens. They'll peck back at me though, or go till up some ground, or dig up a root and keep moving. They're all doing good. I'll let them out today.